Care will be driving Georgia voters to the polls this November. Now, some local doctors picking a side. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is live at 5 in downtown Atlanta. Doug, what's going on here?
Yeah, we talked to a few doctors here today, Alan, about this, and at the center of the debate is these two federal health care programs, the Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare, and Medicaid, also a federal program. Now, some Democrats that we spoke to say these federal programs for health insurance could really help individuals who are barely able to get their insurance, while some of the Republicans we talked to say they favor these less tested, but still in their mind more reliable state-funded programs. Still dressed in her work scrubs, State Representative and Dr. Michelle Au arrived to a press conference Tuesday to urge Georgia voters to stand with President Joe Biden this November.
Trump and his Republican Party are making our patients sicker, and they are making doctors' jobs harder.
She's worried that with his second term, Donald Trump may succeed in his promise to terminate the Obama-era Affordable Care Act, which provides government insurance to people who often can't afford it.
As a doctor, I know firsthand that patients cannot stay healthy if they cannot afford the care that they need.
Patients like Georgia's small business owner Himali Patel, who has pre-existing muscular and autoimmune illnesses. She says without the ACA, her insurance payments would skyrocket.
At that point, you're picking and choosing. Do you pay your mortgage? Do you pay a car payment? Do you pay for your business?
Right now, Georgia is still enrolling patients through the ACA before it switches to Georgia Access, a state-based exchange, next year. That plan, which was greenlit by Trump but later blocked by Biden, offered federally compliant health plans but also plans with lesser coverage. For now, on the Georgia Access website, it's still directing people to healthcare.gov, which is the ACA website, to enroll. State Senator Ben Watson, also a doctor, says states should have the final say over what they offer in terms of health care coverage.
Well, I mean, I think it's obvious. The Republican Party and Trump has a much better solution than what Obamacare had.
Yeah, and money and the economy are obviously on the minds of voters. It was one of the top issues that showed Donald Trump with a 10-point lead over Joe Biden here in Georgia recently by the New York Times. In downtown Atlanta, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.